All right, this is part 2 of our notes, and we're going to cover this last example here. And what's going on here is they've given us two sides but no angle measurements. But we do know that angle C is 90 degrees. So we can already assume that because we're working with right triangles. So in order for us to find side B, let me switch colors here. To find side B, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. All right, and if we use the Pythagorean theorem with our measurements from A and C, we end up with side B is approximately 59.2. All right, so we can go back up here, right here, and we can check off that we've found the measure of all sides, okay? Now, in order for us to find another angle, whether it be angle A or, I'm gonna move up here, or angle B, we only need to find one of these, only because we can just take both of our angles and subtract it from 180 to get that third angle. So I'm going to draw out our triangle. And we know that C is the right angle. A is over here and B is up here. Okay, so we need to find either A or B. So the way we're going to do that is, if you look up here, we're going to do what we did with our example 4 from the security question. Okay, so let's set it up and we're going to look for A. So what I'm going to do is say the sine of A equals A over C. And of course, there's other ways you can go about this. I'm using just the letters that they gave me. And if you look at your chart right here, the sine of angle, zoom that out, sorry about that. The sine, let's get our chart back up here. The sine of A is going to be A over C. So we'll just use what's given to us so we don't have to go fishing for anything. All right. Now, the sine of angle A equals A over C is now going to say the sine of angle A equals 23 over 45. All right. Now, just for a easy problem solving, we're going to move sine over here because we want A by itself. When we get A by itself, we know what angle A is. So if we move sine to the other side, it becomes the inverse. So A equals the inverse of sine times 23 over 45. So this box right here is what's going to go in your calculator. All right, so you'll put the inverse of sine times 23 over 45, and you end up with angle A equaling 30.7, okay? And just like we did before in other examples, we have angle C, which is 90 degrees by definition of right angle. We're going to take 180 and we're going to subtract 90 and we're going to subtract 30.7. And we're going to end up with B being 59.3. And we have found the measure of all of our angles.